it is time to talk about that cage match. And this was between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, of course, who have just been beating the bloody hell out of each other for, it seems like eternity now.
It's been a year.
It's been back and forth for a long time. And to me, it's just gotten a little bit stale.
Hence the cages.
Well, I was actually looking forward to this match. I had this as my dark horse favorite match of the night, and I was severely let down. Now, some of the commercial breaks might have had something to do with that because it did feel very disjointed. Like we were seeing things happening, and then when we came back from commercial, totally new stuff was happening. And it was not well planned in that regard is, I guess, one of the things I want to say. But this match did not, to me, live up to what a steel cage match can be.
Also, the rules of it were kind of unclear because they did say there's no rules in the cage, yet there was a ref, and you leave the cage either by the top or through the door.
Yeah, but then they were also like pinning guys.
Exactly.
And I do want to say, like as we get back into wrestling and, it's been a while. It's been a while. But the steel cage, even the old blue one from the 80s and 90s, I feel like you had to climb out or leave through the door. I don't remember there being a ref or pinning.
Well, that's what they said at the beginning.
So I was really having a hard time understanding like why there was a ref or at all, like for pinning the guy. And then he was even counting him up one time. Like I thought you had to either escape through the top or through the door. And that was the only way you could win a steel cage match.
That's what I thought.
That's what I've always thought. So that was confusing to me. Also, you can't submit in a steel cage match. You can't like tap out. There's no.
No.
So there's no need for an
that.
official. I was confused by this a little bit. Anyways,
confusing,
yeah,
exactly.
The match itself though was kind of disjointed, and it felt that way when it was televised, and the way the commercials intercut back and forth. So that was, I think, one of the things that did this match the biggest disservice.
Yes.
Now, I guess Drew McIntyre is not well.
According to what I read, he has been working injured. He has some neck problem. He cannot turn his neck to the left all the way. So he is playing injured.
Well, that's never fun, but they used this match as an opportunity to, I guess, write him out of the show for a while.
For now, yeah.
He was given what did they call it? The chair. I don't.
Oh, the con chair. The smash with the con chair.
Yeah, something. He got his head sandwiched between a couple of chairs. One was already on the ground with his head laying on it, and the other one came from the top, over the top. Damian Priest whacked him with the aluminum chair, I'm guessing, or something similar as a prop device. But either way, Drew McIntyre was knocked out cold, and
paramedics showed up
getting assistance. They brought a stretcher out. He did refuse the stretcher, and it looked like he just eventually got up and walked away angrily. But it sounds like he's going to be off for a while.
It does, and they kind of did the farewell for him at the end of the show too. It felt like it, at least.
They did. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure what to make of his whole character, to be honest, because I feel like they don't know what to do with him. Like we know from the Royal Rumble when we watched it and we're following online that he sort of supposedly got eliminated earlier than he was supposed to, and he was actually really upset about this.
Yes,
and like in real life upset, not scripted upset. And I guess I've been sitting here wondering and waiting, like, oh, WWE is going to make this up to him. Like he's a bigger name performer on the program. I mean, he looks the part of a wrestler.
He had a championship bout before, so
he has been a champion.
Yeah.
So, and yet the push, as they call it in the industry, has never come since Royal Rumble for him. I feel like he's lost every step of the way. We saw him at Backlash in this the four-way matchup that the two of them wandered off into the audience and eventually knocked each other out with tables. and he always ends up on the short end of the stick of things, it seems like lately. So he has not gotten the push, and now he's going to be off the show for a while. So I'm just wondering if they're going to reinvent the Viking Scottish character a little bit with him. It always hasn't been his persona that way. Even though he is not going to get rid of the Scottish background, the Scotland background. I wanted to say Scottish, but I knew that would have been wrong. So
Are you
sorry,
trying to come
everybody.
up with new words?
Yeah, Scottish.
I like it.
Maybe he can steal that for his next character name.
Scottish.
Anyways, this match, again, I think part of the problem is the TV broadcast of it and the commercial breaks. We also got Jesse the Body Ventura on microphone at ringside doing play-by-play of this match, which, depending on who you ask, they probably either love it or hate it because, he was talking over some of the ring announcer commentary that, other people probably wanted to hear. And I think he just wanted to talk a lot because he was excited to be there.
He's a talker.
He's a talker. I mean, he obviously had the announcing job for a long time. He was governor.
Exactly.
You stick a mic in front of the guy, he's going to say something.
Yeah. You got to take it, pry over his dead paws, probably.
Well, I hope he remains a fixture on the show because he does give me that instant, takes me back to like my first time watching wrestling.
And again, it's like a nice nostalgia move for the people like you to get them back into the watching wrestling.
Yeah, us old timers, you got to appease everybody. You should be multi-generational at this point with this brand. And there's a lot of history. There's a lot of people alive with that history that have carried that history, that have helped make it what it is today. And I feel like whether it's Star Wars or whether it's WWE or any long-term brand that exists in the world, you have to evolve to become multi-generational. And a lot of times that it means evolving past like a lot of the current political noise that exists in the world. And it's a hard thing to do. But nevertheless, the challenge is what makes it great.